we had game one where the Lakers came back, and then people, instead of talking about the greatness of how amazing Jokic was and Jamal Murray's heroics in the fourth quarter, and just how Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, and KCP as your collective third option is pretty fantastic. Defensively and offensively, people just want to talk about the Lakers, how they thought they figured it out, and it was one win. The Nuggets weren't going to repeat it. And then the second game, we see Jamal Murray struggling, and then he scores 23 points in the fourth quarter. Jokic still plays really well, puts up good numbers, but just the two-man game with Jokic and Murray. And I talked about coming into the series, I was like, if the Lakers start three guards, who is guarding Michael Porter? And Jokic is just going to pick you out apart with KCP, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon. And it's like that trio of role players I thought was too dynamic for the Lakers to stop, which is why I ended up picking the Nuggets to win the series. And then Jamal Murray gets wicked hot in the fourth, and then he gets extremely hot and gets 30 points in game three before halftime is up. Kind of struggles, but then KCP picks it up in the third quarter in that game with 12 huge points, and then Jokic struggled all game, and then he shows up with, I believe, 14 points in that fourth quarter, and Mike Malone this whole time is like, we are putting up historic numbers. Jokic in this game just set a triple-double record for the playoffs. A historic triple-double record. Jamal Murray is playing amazing. When Jamal Murray and Jokic have been healthy together since the bubble, they have made it to the conference championship every time. And then we added Aaron Gordon and KCP and Jeff Green off the bench and Bruce Brown from Brooklyn. And then Michael Porter has actually grown up a little bit where he can shoot over Austin Reeves. So Mike Malone is like, hey, every time we win, all in the media, it's just Lakers, 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 which sells. But I actually agree because I watch these shows like First Take and Undisputed. All they do is talk about LeBron James. All they do is talk about Anthony Davis when they should be like, no, Jamal Murray and Jokic are absolutely kicking their ass now. And how awesome is it to see someone like KCP vitalize his career, and a young star like Michael Porter and someone who's bounced around the league, was known as the dunk guy in Aaron Gordon, actually contribute significantly to a team that could very well win the championship. And I feel like that disrespect from the media and how they still just talk about the Lakers has manifested the Nuggets run to the finals, because most of the finals championships, the team who has won has been pretty disrespected. The Warriors last year, Celtics were favored over them. The Bucks, everyone was doubting them. They thought Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Boston. So I feel like just the disrespect of the media, how they're not talking about how Jamal Murray and Jokic is the most unstoppable two-man game in the NBA right now, how we should be talking about them as the next Shaq and Kobe instead of Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Yeah. They've kicked their ass the whole series if we're talking about the play on the court.
Yeah, I completely agree. The Nuggets, game one, it was the Lakers were this close to winning it all. And then game two, you had a great game with Jamal Murray. Nobody talked about it. We talked about, was LeBron washed?
Yeah.
And then after game three, the conversation was, are the Lakers going to make it back from 3-0? And that's what all of it was about. And I get that they want the Lakers to win, and I get they have their narratives. I get that they're based in LA. I get all of that. But at the same time, the Nuggets, you have Joker, who is the most efficient center that I've ever seen. And then you have Jamal Murray, who should be considered one of the best point guards in the league at this point. He's got range.
Yeah.
He has heart. He's got grit, and he's a playoff performer. We talked about Jimmy Butler when we talked about the Heat and Celtics.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray's had some iconic games.
Him and Donovan, that series with the Jazz. Remember when the Nuggets came back from 2 straight 3-1 leads? When they were down 3-1 at the Clippers, they were down 3-1 at the Jazz, and they came back, and then Jamal Murray was the one who was getting cooking.
Yeah, Jamal Murray. Because Joker's been off certain quarters of this series.
Oh, for sure.
Jamal Murray's picking up the slack. KCP's been picking up the slack. The Nuggets, when I watch the Nuggets, and I'll get to the Lakers in just a second, but the Nuggets, to me, like, I watch the Nuggets and Heat, and they feel like a championship team. They have the culture. They have the coach. They have the all-star. They have, in this case, the MVP. And to me, the Nuggets just feel like a complete team.